Morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Chris Loves Comics. It's Sunday. I feel like it's been a long time since I've spoken with you guys. It really means a lot to me that you guys have stuck around with me, watched the videos, and just continue to support me. It really means a lot to me, and I really appreciate from each and every one of you. It's been a busy time for me with work, and no, and it's been a lot of good things. I'm going to be getting married pretty soon, and in 3 weeks now. I've been with my soon-to-be wife for a very long time, and I'm just very happy, and things are going well with the new position so far. Knock on wood. But I hope you guys are doing very well, and I'm going to be going over my comics. And as mentioned before, we're only at 205, but once we reach 300, I'll probably do an omnibus giveaway or do a stream or do something special because 300 is a lot to me. Is a lot of new people, but 205 is also a lot of new people. But with that out of the way, I'll be going over my picks of the last week's haul. If you haven't read your books yet, I recommend you watch the video after I go over them. Surprise! I've picked up these two books as sort of a surprise. I'm going to add these to my pull list. These are just one shots to the Contest of Chaos. I've read the Spider-Man one, which was okay. It was written by Stephanie Phillips. She did okay for someone who's never written about the character. She did okay for her first try. But the book I really liked. I liked this one, the Iron Man versus Storm book. I really enjoyed the art in this book as well. So bear with me for one moment. And Jason Liu is the writer, and David Cutler is on art. And I really like the colors by Brian Valenza. I'll go over some pages. So this feels like it's a Scarlet Witch, Agatha Harkness sort of event, which I like. I like both of those characters. They're very cool characters. I like the Iron Man is such a fantastic character. Tony Stark. I feel like Tony Stark always tries to do the right thing, but it always comes to backfire him. And what I like about him also as a character is that he is not he's not immune to some of the struggles that people deal with, like with abuse or with alcoholism. Like we all have our battles, but he tries to do what's right, and that's what I appreciate about Iron Man. And next up, I'm kind of sad this is to an end, but I'm looking forward to the new beginning. Daredevil is one of my favorite characters, and this is the last book of, I believe it's Chip Zdarsky's almost 5-year run with Daredevil. The only thing I don't like about this run is they reset it. They went back to number 1, so this is 1 through 14 for this run, and then they had a before this they had Devil's Reign, which was a very good event. It was a 5-issue miniseries. It's out on trade paperback. And then I believe it was 32 issues of the initial one with Kingpin and Typhoid Mary and Luke Cage and all the cool ground level superheroes. But they ended off Daredevil in a pretty interesting way. Foggy Nelson, since in the last issue, and if you haven't read it, spoilers alert, Matt Murdock went to hell and to save people, and he saved Foggy, and he has his own law firm now, Nelson North, with Cole. Sorry, it's Cole he was the former detective in the issues 1 through 32, as mentioned before. He was felt like he was the one good cop among the cops that were bought off. But I really love the art. Can't go wrong with Marco Cicchetto. I'm gonna miss that duo. I believe Saladin Ahmed is going to be writing Daredevil, and I liked his run on Miles Morales, which was the previous run. Cody Ziegler is writing Miles Morales right now, but I'm very excited for the omnibus to come out this week. I'll definitely pick that up. Oh, speaking of omnibuses, I've sort of lowered down my comic book content, and I've been sort of trading that in for omnibuses, which kind of sounds a little when you're trying to save money, but I'm gonna do a really good video of that. I'm looking over right now. I have a couple shelves filled. I have like 4 shelves to fill, and hopefully the wife doesn't pick up on that. But I'll do a video for that too. But with Daredevil gone, Elektra is doing her best to fill in the reins for Matt Murdock, and she's going about it the way that Matt would, because if you know the character of Elektra, she's a ninja. She'll kill without giving a second thought, but she loves Matt with all her heart, and she's gonna go about it in the way that Matt would go about, which means no killing. You face them to proper justice. And Elektra ends up going to a church, and she sees a pastor who looks quite. The resemblance is a little bit uncanny. So I don't know what they're gonna do with that, but I'm really liking the direction where they're gonna go. Hopefully, I'm hoping Saladin Ahmed does a good job, because Daredevil, for Marvel books, Daredevil has been probably the most consistent. Like, I don't think there's ever been a bad run. I liked Mark Waid's run is very highly acclaimed, and we all like our things. But I think I'm just so used to reading a sort of gritty Daredevil, and he kind of made him a little bit upbeat, which is nothing wrong. He did a good job. Charles Soule did a very fantastic job too, and Ascenti, she did a weird job, but not to say it was bad. But Zdarsky is really up there with my favorite writers for Daredevil. Obviously, it's Frank Miller as number one, Bendis, and then Brubaker would follow. But no, if you are new to Daredevil and you like a good sort of gritty crime noir book, Daredevil is definitely your go-to. And last up, book needs no introduction. It is my favorite book of my entire pull, and that includes DC, Marvel, and Indies, and that is World's Finest number 18 by Mark Waid and Dan Mora is not on art this time. It is a gentleman named Moore, and his first name is Travis. Oh, wow, it's been a long week. Travis, I know Travis Moore, but I really like that cover. I think, did Moore do it? Yeah, Moore did do the cover. That's why I like it. So, if you haven't picked up World's Finest yet, this is a really good place to start, because it's a new arc. So the way World's Finest is done, it's done in sort of character arcs, which I like, because they don't. You can pick it up at any time. Like, people will ask, "Oh, when can I start this book?" New arc has just started, so you don't need to pick up the other 17 issues. I would highly recommend it, because all the arcs are fantastic. But this is sort of the origin of Batman and Superman's first meeting. A lot of good banter and fantastic art. They are chasing the Riddler, the first encounter of the Riddler, and really great art over here. Travis Moore did a fantastic job. Mark Bonvillain, great inker for this book. I really love his style. He really, the colors really pop in this book, and I mean, look at that art. It's just so great. Love this book. I know I always talk about it nonstop, but I've lowered my books. I have a lot of Marvel books, but this is really my only DC book. I just, with the way I'm just trying to limit events, and like Night Terrors took a lot of steam out of my sales, because I was really excited to start reading Green Lantern. They go 2 issues and then there's an event. Same thing with Shazam. 2 issues were written by Mark Waid also, then they go into another event. I've just had it. So I'm just sticking with World's Finest for DC, and I have some Marvel books and some Indies pulls, but again, I'll show you the bookshelf of all my Omnis once I'm done. But that's it for this week. I will be picking up my books this Wednesday. There's a lot of good books. New Burn is coming out this week. I highly recommend that you pick that up. New Burn is written by Chip Zdarsky. It is also a good crime noir story. It's published by Image Comic Books, and it's really good. And I think there's a Fantastic Four annual for the Contest of Chaos, which I'm excited for. Immortal Thor, written by Al Ewing, is coming out this week too. That should be good. Thor is another great character. I like Donnie Donny Cates has gone through a little bit of trouble with, he had a really bad car accident, or motorcycle accident, and he's going to be out of commission for a while, but he did a very well job on the run of Thor, and then Torunn Grønbekk took over. She did an okay job. I really liked the annual that just came out by Jackson Lansing and Colin Kelly. Really well done, and it sort of gives you a little bit of background into the beginning of Thor. It's gonna be a good book. I think so, but. That's it for Sunday. Again, coming across 11 minutes. I had a lot to talk about. It really feels good to talk with you guys again. It means a lot that each and every one of you have stuck around with me, and I hope you guys are doing fantastic. I really do. And I'll see you guys soon. All right? Bye.